Bro, network is just not good. It says live, but it's preparing. It's not live yet. Can you see a little thing that says preparing?
Hold a sec, hold a sec. Otherwise, I've just got recording, but no. Otherwise, let me go live.
Okay, give me a sec. Let me see if I'm not live now. When I get there, then I'll just give you rights. Hey, hey, hey.
Yo.
All right. So yeah, we
Is it
are.
working?
It says so on the other machine, and on this one it don't say so. I'm checking on Facebook if I can find it in my stream. My, oh my. Yeah, no, not yet. Come on, come on.
Yes, mine's live.
Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. My, oh my. Yeah, no.
Right, let me share this to a couple of people. Right, post, share, right, post. Yo, watch party. I don't know what that does. Share to a group, and let's share it there. And survive lockdown and Men's Rights International. Very good. Let's not get kicked off. Hey, we've even got someone watching. Very nice, I think.
It's probably me and you.
Lovely, lovely. One of those things.
Gosh, what to do? What to do?
Right, bud, hit me with it.
All right.
Hit me
So
with your
first and
best
foremost,
shot.
let's get a big fat introduction, and good afternoon and welcome to Wednesday 1 p.m. This is the Yin Yang of Sales. I'm here. My name is Vinesh Maharaj. If you didn't know me yet, and on the other side we have the charming Stephen van Basten coming all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa. Good people, good people. Today this is Wednesday's our life mastery program, and it's really about how do we help people create, manifest, and achieve a lifestyle that gets them getting more of the stuff they want from life, as opposed to dealing with the sushi. And don't think there's no sushi getting stuff you want. You got to go through the sushi to get to the good stuff, right? And today we're talking what drives human behavior, and it's really a powerful topic to understand yourself, the people around you, and then how you could manipulate human behavior to get more of what you want. Today, we're going to have Stephen sharing with us. He's a specialist in this area, focusing on things such as values, human behavior, and in addition, a couple of tips and ideas that we'd love to give you on how you could get more of the stuff you want. More health, more love, more money, more fun, adventure, exploration, travel. But if you stay on the stream towards the end of the program, drop us your email addresses. And what Stephen and I would love to do is do a giveaway. We'd like to give you a surprise gift at the end of the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. Stephen van Basten. Greetings, young man.
Thank you, thank you. Yeehaw. Thank you.
So what is it about this? What is it about this human behavior? What drives us, man? Are we just programmed like animals, or do we have a little bit more intellect? What is it?
Hey, listen, I'm sharing on LinkedIn.
Oh, very, very
Successfully
nice.
posted on LinkedIn. I had to do that from my phone though, so that's quite something. Jay Pearson joined Take Sure. Hey, Take Sure. Very good. Take
Oh,
Sure, my man. Vivian Hanmer. Hello, cuz. What? Vivian, only one of us is cuz, all right? Don't you cuz me. You can't just go across all sorts of barriers, all right, and just claim Maharaj as the cuz.
because,
Cuz.
oh gosh.
Listen. Yeah. Man, very good question. Very good question. I think, and I think the answer is both, Vinesh. We are programmed. We have instinct. We have flight or fight. We and we have instinct. We have programming. And then we also have. Sometimes we are programmed to think about how we act or react in certain situations. So I think
Yeah,
I think it's all of the above. All of the above. And I don't believe anyone could answer that question fully 100% to the happiness of every human being on planet Earth.
right.
Yeah, ask me something else, man. Give me
So,
another
so,
question.
if I understood your answer, there's what we call um, the running of the programming, the instinct of survival.
Yeah,
So that's one program.
and I think that's our biggest instinct. In I think human beings' number one instinct is to stay alive.
Yep.
And because I've watched, like, I watched my granny die. And it took her 3 months, man.
Gosh.
You know what I mean? And there's just, and you're just going like, and we thought she would pass about 2 years earlier. Quite frankly, it was just like, and when people say to me, oh, we're in bed and granny or mom or dad are dying in bed, and they go, what are they holding on for? What are they
Right.
holding on for? And I go,
Right.
for their heart to fail. you know I know it's crazy and
Yeah.
I never say that, but that's what I think. It's
Right.
not like you can't just let go.
No, you can't
Even,
opt out.
yeah,
Yeah.
do you know that you cannot strangle yourself?
I've
You
never tried.
Well, don't, because you can't, because before you die you'll pass out and you'll start breathing again. Do you know you can't hold your breath and die, because the carbon monoxide just builds up, and it eventually forces your diaphragm to breathe again. It's a
Yeah.
given. I watched my mother die. Sorry, I know it's a hectic thing, but she was going, like, she was breathing and then stopped. And then all of a sudden, I said to the doc, my gosh, I thought she's died like 20, 30, 40 times. He said, no. She says, what happens is, she breathes out, and then the carbon monoxide or dioxide, whatever, has to build up and build up or build up. And when it gets to a certain level, it forces her to breathe. She's not breathing on her own. She's
Right. It's
it's a
autonomous.
yes. Yes, so, and I think the survival instinct is number one. There's this thing, I know, Vinesh, I sometimes take us off track. My apologies, man. There was this guy who tried to commit suicide, and it's actually been confirmed a couple of times that the minute you jump off the building, or the minute you jump off the bridge, or the minute you slit your wrist, you regret it. You go, and I think that's just your survival instinct that takes place. It's actually not a mental regret as such. But can you imagine, you jump off a
Right.
bridge because you're
Right.
depressed, etc. But that
Right.
first, your survival instinct's going to go, wow, what did you just do? Stop, no.
Right.
Unfortunately,
Right.
too late for too many. But so,
Right.
yes, let me give it back to you. Yes, I think first we start survival instinct.
Yeah. So this is an autonomous instinct, but then we have things that are not necessarily autonomous to everyone. We would call
Yes.
them perhaps addictions or choices.
Yeah.
For example, I'm driven by my lust for something. It may be a drug of choice. It may be alcohol. It may be cigarettes. I mean, and this is
Sex.
topical right now. Sex, gambling, winning,
Revenge.
these types of revenge. These are addictions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so are those autonomous, or are they learned, or are they driven by your values, or by fear, by what is driving somebody who could go 2 months without alcohol to tunnel into a supermarket,
Yeah.
or
And
to
then
pay
get drunk and
140
stab his
rand,
friend.
or, or steal or pay. I heard yesterday a chick paid 140 rand for a packet of smokes. 140 rand. The shop price is 40. She paid 100 extra for the months of lockdown because she refused to go without it. What's driving that behavior? What do you think is driving people?
Well, there's some addiction. There's some addiction behind that, of course. I mean, and the worst is, I mean, let's say you're a heroin addict, not heroin,
Yeah,
heroin addict, and that's a mental and physical addiction. I mean, you will sell your body. You will go across your normal sexuality, and you will rob people, and you'll rob bottle stores or shops just to get money for your next fix. And I think that's the kind of the height of addictive behavior, that you're just not in control.
right, right.
So I have a strange eating thing. And I kind of blame my parents, but maybe at 55 it's time to take personal responsibility. But you know my father was in the World War, well, was a boy in the World War II in Holland, and they left after that to come to South Africa. But basically, they were poor; they had no money, and the Dutch are Scrooges anyway, and so I was always, and then we were Catholic, okay, and so we had to finish everything on our food, on our plate. We were forced to finish whatever was put on our plate, whether we were hungry or full or not, immaterial. And then on top of that was this religious belief that if you wasted food, it was a cardinal sin. You went to hell. All right. And so
Wow.
I finish everything, man. You open a packet of crisps, I finish it. You open a slab of chocolate, I finish it. You put food on my plate, I finish it. I've been
Yeah,
programmed. And as I say that, I know, there'll be people who are critical of that, but that's my thing.
right.
That's my issue.
That's your
And
programming. Yeah,
yeah. And then there's also an emotion behind that, because I was sent to boarding school, and so food was always a big thing. We didn't always have a lot of food. So, and then now in boarding school it's regimented. Your breakfast is this time, lunch is this time, dinner is this time. If you're hungry in between, so what? So there was this whole emotional thing around having a full tummy. Having so
right,
I
right.
overeat, and that's a lot of my. I'm addicted to that
Sure.
emotional feeling of well-being when I've got a full tummy.
I hear you. So
Thank
there's
you. Oh, that's
autonomous.
so nice. It's so nice to be heard. Thank you, Vinesh, for that. It's lovely. Bless your
How's
soul
that
for that.
rapport moment for
I
somebody
love
who's
that. Thank you
audible?
so
Yeah.
much. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, you.
So
That's
so
lovely.
yeah, yeah. So there's. I just want to backtrack a step. There's autonomous programming, survival of the fittest, fight or flight, all of that. Then there's programming that's environmental. That is the
Yes.
programming of your circumstance,
Your
your
society, your
situation,
family.
the society. Yeah. So they put a program on you. And then what about that little voice programming where you start programming yourself?
Well, let's just stay societal and family. So, Bob Proctor, who really started this many, many years ago around, the image makers and being programmed by your family and the milieu that you were born into. That's a big word that you never
Milieu.
hear,
I'm
the
gonna have to
milieu.
Google that. Milieu.
Yes, yes, my bro. So that's basically the society you were born into, and the friends and the family you have. And so what he does is he's wealthy, but his children, when they travel internationally, they travel first class. When they go to the airport, they're picked up in a limo. And their programming is just that. When I go to the airport, we go in a limo. When I fly in an airplane, I'm in first class. And I can assure you, 20 years later, they were teenagers then, that when they go to the airport now, they go in a
Right.
limo. When they fly, I promise you, they fly first class just because they're used to it. And
Right.
so,
Right.
so this is why it's so important. And then I just go back to inner game here, Vinesh, is that we forever push in the boundaries of the top of that, and just getting out of that comfort zone. And you know, you know, there was my father-in-law, my stepfather. He was such a Scrooge with money, and he was so scared, to lose money. And I gave him some advice one day. I said, take 5,000 rand and go to the casino and put it on 00, all in one go. just to go and lose it. Get used to losing it. Then you can't be
Right,
worried. He never did it, but
right,
it was
right.
interesting advice. Is that we need to push. So sometimes, when you see a nice pair of shoes, you need to buy them. When my budget. I'm speaking shoes. My budget is like $150 for shoes, or
Right,
200. Go and buy an
right.
800 rand pair, or go and buy some docks for $2,700, so that as a man in your house, you own the most expensive pair of shoes there is. My wife's going, yeah, I could get 10 pairs of shoes for that. I go, yeah, I've got 3 pairs of docks, right? So, but you have to stretch yourself out of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
That's why big match temperament. Last thought, Vinesh. Big match temperament. Boxers get big match temperament from being knocked down and standing up, getting in the room, facing their fears, facing the
right,
opponent, fighting, getting
right.
blitzed down, getting knocked out. Very few
Yeah,
boxers have
yeah,
not
yeah.
been knocked out. I think Mike Tyson may be one of them. Has he ever been knocked out?
Yeah, well, once in the
Wow.
final fight of his career, so to speak. Yeah, once.
Yeah. Is he
So
is
it's
he
quite
coming back?
interesting. Yeah, I
Isn't there a
believe so,
comeback
but
happening?
he's coming back. But seeing is believing. I wonder if it'll happen. And if it does, I for his sake, I hope it's worth it. I guess he'll negotiate a win or lose deal. That he'll make a couple of 100 million and he'll walk away, win or lose.
Have you
So
seen him training recently? He's 54. Have you seen that? Gee, bro, that's scary. I'm a fourth
wow,
dan karateka. That is scary. He's an animal, and I mean that in a not a derogatory way, right? So,
right.
so
He's a
he's
beast in the
a
ring.
beast in the ring. He's an animal boxer. Beautiful. Love it. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Moving right
So,
along.
so, so let's go back to this inner voice that happens to most people. So something happens, and then we as human beings, go for it, man. We as human beings frame the event. We frame the words. We frame the thought. We frame the belief that may not be true, and we adopt a belief system of my father never loved me because once in your life he said, Vinesh, you naughty boy, you should never ever do that again because at that
Yeah,
one moment
I'm
defines
cross with you, or I'm angry with you.
right, right.
Yeah,
That one moment defines the relationship because
yeah.
that little voice didn't separate the moment from a million moments.
Yes.
And
And your father also didn't go, but I still love you. You're still my
yeah,
boy. I
right,
always
right.
love you. I always love you, but sometimes you do things that make me frustrated. That's a different conversation, as
Yeah,
opposed to
yeah, indeed.
I'm embarrassed by you.
Yep,
You're
yep.
disgusting.
Yeah, because right there you feel total rejectment. You're just getting
Yeah,
rejected. Total rejection. I'm not good enough. And
yeah.
then that frames a whole belief system of I'm not good enough.
Well, can I share with you, because you reminded me of something. I must have been about 6 or 7 years old. We lived in a small mining community, Brendan Village, very safe, very safe. So and it was very small. And I went up to the swimming pool the one time, and there was this guy. He was probably 14 or 15 or 16, and I was getting changed, and he said, "Come, let's look for money." So I went, "What?" So he was looking for money in people's pants that were swimming, right? So
Right.
so we found money, and he gave me half, and I went home, and my dad saw it, and he said, where did you get the money? And I said, this guy and I, we took it out of people's pockets. And the look of disgust on his face, I can see it right now. He handled it so badly, Vinesh. I mean, I'm fucking 6 years old, 7 years old, right? My dad's going,
Right.
"Oh, you're a thief. You'll go to hell for this." And I'm going, but and
Wow.
it wasn't like it wasn't even my idea. It just happened. Like the oak was.
Right.
I didn't even put my
Right.
hand in any pockets. I just got some of the money. And I mean, in retrospect, if I was an adult, that's obviously bad. But as a six or
Sure.
7 year old,
Sure.
with
Yeah.
someone double your age, but the way he handled that was very, very bad.
Right.
And that programmed me. My
Yes.
father, my father will react like that when I do something kind of innocent.
Innocently.
Yeah.
Innocently. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And all he needed
non-ord.
to do was sit down and go, "All right, Steve, listen. Basically, what happened there was wrong, and this guy's older than you, so I understand, blah, and we really should do something. Let's go up there and
Find
hand
those
the money
people.
in, or
Right.
something." But
Yeah. Yeah.
but that I can see that look on his face right now, and it's
Right.
disgusting, man.
And the
Fuck
six-year-old
you,
child
man.
doesn't know how to frame that. The The
Yes.
6-year-old doesn't know how to frame that. He just goes,
Yeah.
I'm not good enough.
I'm bad. I'm a
I can't do it.
thief.
I'm a thief. Yeah,
I'm a
exactly.
thief.
So our good friend, and we are thieves. I mean, on this
Ja,
planet, we're oxygen
suurstofdief, my
thieves.
broer, suurstofdief.
Listen, just to acknowledge a couple of people. I want to say hello to
Yes, thank you.
Gunners. Thank you very much. Thank you so much to Jairadika. Thank you very much to Larice. And yeah, thanks for sharing this video. We appreciate each
Christine,
and every one of you.
Edmunda, Carol, and Christy, Inigo Rusili.
Ooh, very
Yeah,
nice.
Edmunda. Oh, we've got quite a few here. Valerie, Cindy Stradham, Kathy Plessis. Oh,
Wow.
John A. Robson, married her a while back. Lovely, lovely lady, and her nice husband and their kids. Beautiful. Very nice. So,
So
Vinesh,
Steve,
we need to go to a thought here just quickly. And we building this, I get it, but so John DeMartini, the guru of human behavior, right? He basically says that your voids drive your values. So if you perceive that you don't have a family, you'll have a high value on having a family. Or if you perceive that you are poor, you may have a high value on becoming wealthy. It's
yep,
quite interesting. So your values actually drive your behavior. We've got
yep,
the stuff we love at the top of our values, the stuff we hate at the bottom of our values. And actually, as human beings, we are selfish. We want more of the good stuff and less of the crappy stuff. Quite
right,
frankly,
right,
we want the good times and not the bad times. It's simple. So we are selfish.
yep,
Sometimes we have to
yep,
compromise because we're in marriages and relationships, etc. But the essence of human behavior is that you want more of what's high in your values and less of what is simple. More pleasure, less pain.
mm-hmm.
Now,
And in a,
you may get pleasure, you may get pleasure in moaning and nagging.
right,
So pleasure, your or eating or snorting coke or getting drunk or gambling
yeah, yeah,
or flirting or you know uh, mm,
yeah,
having sex with a neighbor's husband or whatever that may be. I did that on purpose because it's not only men that have affairs, right? So it's what are you addicted to, man? And the
right,
idea here is firstly, like in Alcoholics Anonymous, you know, I'm an alcoholic and alcohol has power over me. Food Eaters Anonymous.
yes,
Food has power over me. So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
acknowledging it is the first step.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
nagging my husband.
yeah, yeah.
So husbands, if your wife loves nagging, give her more to nag about. Fulfill that need, man.
Full need. Listen,
Oh
so
gosh.
yeah, because if she doesn't nag to the husband, she's going to go to work and nag to the male colleague about the husband.
Or just yeah. There's always. I mean, you can never do anything to the satisfaction of a perfectionist. So
No,
so no
no,
matter you can't get out of that. That's what creates, may I say, that disgusting word, narcissism and toxic relationships. And
sure,
I hate
sure.
those words because I think they're too easily bandied around in relationships. Oh, he's toxic. Oh, she's toxic.
Right,
Meantime,
right.
you've gone
And I'm
through 30,
innocent.
34 bad relationships and 6 divorces. You're the common denominator, but it's always the other person who's a narcissist and who's toxic.
Listen. Stay with human behavior. Stay with
Yes,
human.
well, it
So what's
is.
interesting?
It's all human behavior, bro. But I'm with you. I concede.
Yeah, yeah. So in NLP, which is exactly what John DeMartini says, he talks axiology, values. What's high in your values, you'll do more. What's
Yeah.
low in your values, you'll do less. So what
Yes.
gives you pleasure, you will do more, because the two
Yes.
drivers, according to NLP, is pain and pleasure. Pain either pushes you forward, or if you enjoy pain, there are people who love pain.
Of
That's their
course.
pleasure.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
whatever gives you pleasure, the most pleasure, is probably very high in your values, whether you can talk about it
Correct.
or not. If you're a coke
Correct.
addict, you're not going to tell people, "Hey, I get my most pleasure when I'm high." You don't
Yeah.
go around advertising that.
Yeah.
And
But
often,
it drives you.
it drives you. Yeah, it drives you. And often, what happens is that people who are addicted, and we're all addicted. I hear you say this all the time. We're all addicted to something, but imagine you could choose your addictions, and maybe that's where we should take this
Let's
conversation about
master
how do I
them.
use
Yeah.
my values to determine what I want to be addicted to, Stephen.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I mean, I did some work with a lady once, And it's just interesting about human behavior, right? So she wanted to give up smoking. All right. So I went, okay, so what are all the benefits of smoking? She goes, surely you mean all of the drawbacks. I go, no, what are the benefits of smoking? And it turned out, are you ready for this? You know the answer already, Vinesh. She smoked to annoy her husband. So you know what we did? We found new ways of annoying her husband. Okay. So so it's the pleasure. What does it bring?
Found new ways to annoy us. Oh Lord.
Yeah, yeah. So when you find the benefit, you find the what the behavior is. I had another
Right.
lady I worked with, and she was on I think it was crystal meth. It was meth, and I don't know this world, or tick or something. I don't know this world, but it turned out that she was quite shy sexually, and when her and her boyfriend were clapping it,
Yeah.
she came out of her cousin Viv will like this. Maybe we need some of her bedroom accessories who've got a bit of tuck or a bit of meth in them, whatever. All right. I just. But we found that she was using the that because it pleased her husband and her boyfriend, and she didn't want him to leave. Now that
Oh
is
wow.
very compelling. That is
Right.
very, very, very compelling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed. Indeed.
Mm.
So, bro, if most people find themselves now in lockdown and there's so much uncertainty, where to from here? If you want to create a life that you want, maybe success in any area of your life is not high in your values, because I think we raise a society of people who are just survivors. Everybody just survives, and not many people win the 100-meter sprint of life in business, in wealth, in love and relationships, in spirituality. Most people are just like, I call it the autopilot syndrome. We're just existing. But for those people on the stream who want to just step up a couple of notches and create and manifest, what can we give them from a values and from a inner game perspective to launch them to the next level?
So very good. So one of the things you could do immediately is you could go to Dr. Demartini's website, www.drdemartini, drdrdemartini.com. Look for the value determination exercise, download that and do it. That will highlight what's high on your values and what's low on your values. From there, it's simple. Do more of the things you love, and plan them. Make sure that they're planned. If you need to budget for them. If you need to budget time for them, put it in your diary. And so another easier exercise possibly is just make a list. Make a list of the 5 most important people in your life, and then ask them what it is about you that they like. What do they love about you? And when they tell you those are the things that fulfill them, just keep fulfilling their needs. Make sure that you're fulfilling the needs of the important people. And then you might want to look at the 5 people who annoy you the most, and if they're not also the ones you love the most, then then cull them. Okay, but because very often there's balance. Okay, so you will find the person you love the most also frustrates the out of you, and that's absolutely normal. So you can't cull
Right,
that person. But if there's some
right,
annoying people in your life, maybe it's time to cull them. Also, if there's someone you're fighting with, if you and family's funny, man. Families are weird. Family's weird, man. But if there's someone in your family that you have in this family feud with, consider just forgiving them. Just you don't even need to necessarily contact them and forgive them. Just start the process by forgiving them in your heart, because and it's an NLP concept as well, Vinesh, that I really like. That is that everyone's doing the best with the resources they have. Everyone's doing the best at the level they are right now, and
yeah,
and that's the truth. So, you know, if there's a way of finding and recognizing, like you can go do the exercise of my why. What's because what's my why? What's really important to me? I wake up every
yeah,
morning and I go to work to earn money to do what? What do you spend your time on, your money, on your energy, on your thoughts, on what do you often setting goals toward? and find what it is that you're all about, and what's truly important. And if you want to be more fulfilled, more happy, you need to do the things that make you happier. It's as simple as that, but it's not always that easy.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. So go and check out that website, Dr. Dr. Is it
De
demartini.com?
Martini. Yeah.
Demartini. So
.com.
go and check out
Or get hold of
exercise.
me. If you email me, I will send it to you as well.
Oh,
If
fantastic.
you email me, if you know me, WhatsApp me, or on Facebook, just make put a message in there. I'll email it to you. And
Yeah,
but it's quite hard to go through 'em. I would of course suggest, Vinesh, that anyone who interested in enhancing their life, join us on our course. It's a 15-hour course, 1 hour a day for 15 working days. And we just go through some beautiful exercises. And the three of them actually are actually designed just to find out what's truly important to you. And then beautiful goal setting, man, and just
yeah,
changing the mindset, and just little tweaks that help you
yeah,
to see what's truly important, and make goals in the right areas. Because
yeah,
the truth is, if you have goals in that are high on your values, there's a good chance they'll manifest. Low on your values, those are just New Year's resolutions. And New Year's resolutions don't work because they're not high enough on your values. You know, I must lose some weight. I'm gonna sign a contract at Virgin Active. 3 weeks later, you've stopped going. You know,
yep,
or I must
yep,
eat more healthily, or I must stop smoking, or I must drink less. All of those,
yeah.
if you enjoy
Wishes.
drinking, if you enjoy that feeling, it's going to be very difficult to give up, because
Yeah,
it's pleasurable.
yeah,
and
yeah,
and
yeah,
a lot of drugs and drinking is actually about escaping. It's actually
yep,
escaping
yep.
reality, because reality sucks sometimes. It really does.
Yes, yeah, yeah,
And we can say that reality sucks sometimes. Life sucks.
yeah, yeah.
Really, it
Comes
does, and
at
it's
you.
fine. Yeah, there
It
will be
comes at you.
times
Yeah.
when it sucks, and it's okay to say so. You don't have to be positive all the time. It's
You don't have to be.
impossible.
Correct, correct.
Impossible. Even my good man, my mentor, my savior, Jesus Christ, on the cross, he cried out, "Oh my God, why have they forsaken me?" Even the Son of God had a bad day. So please don't think you shouldn't. Oh gosh,
Yeah,
did
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Woo, sorry if I annoyed anyone there. Hmm.
So it's quite interesting, right? So life's going to come at you. You don't have to be a positive thinker through it. You have to be prepared for it. And I think that's what we're about. Imagine 16 hours with Stephen and I, and what we want to do is it'll be the most focused 16 hours of your life to create what you want. Instead of existing, instead of surviving, start creating 16 hours on webinar, and then one whole day live in the room, where we do this personal development program called Create the Ultimate Lifestyle by Kicking Average in the Teeth. It ends with a grand finale, a fire walk and an ice bath. They're not obligatory or compulsory, at your discretion. My good people, I challenge you, I encourage you, I implore you. We're giving these away. We're giving them away at 1,000 Rand a person. They're probably worth 10 grand per person, but because it's COVID-19, because it's a strange time on this planet, and because we want to give more value than you pay us money for, we've dropped this thing rock bottom. So get onto Stephen, get onto myself, get onto the Yin Yang Sales page, get onto our Facebook page, get on YouTube, get on LinkedIn, and connect with us. Come and do this program. We start on the 17th of June. That's right, 17th of June online. Come and join us. Stephen, over to you. Parting shots before we wrap it up.
Yep. So Vinesh, it looks like the live link on video on Facebook has stopped. I might be right or wrong, but on my phone it seems to have stopped. But doesn't matter. Yeah, listen, just be great, man. Just you've got two ways of looking at life. Either you're a victim or you're the master. It's so easy to be the victim. It's so easy to moan and groan. It's so easy to point fingers. It's so easy to sit on the sidelines heckling the successful people. What you
Yeah,
really want to be is in the ring with the successful people, getting knocked down, getting clapped around, getting beaten, and standing up. You only ever fail the moment that you stop standing up and trying again. That's the only failure, is giving up. success will be at the end of the rainbow, end of the path, on condition you just get up every time. Take the
Keep
steps,
getting up.
stick to the principle, and every time you get clapped down, all you have to do is you say, the beautiful universe is testing my resolve, and I'm going to show it that I mean business. Simple.
Woo.
Ooh, don't you like that?
Love that. Love that. Listen, good people. So, yeah, imparting couple of thoughts. Number one, like, comment, share. Number two, we've got a rewards program. Would you like to earn your share of 100,000 Rand? We've got a referral program. Put us in touch with your sales manager, sales director, your business development manager. Put us in touch with HR, because we could take this lifestyle program and uplift your company, because companies are depressed, staff are depressed, business owners are depressed. They can't tell their way forward. We don't know the way forward, but we know the beliefs and the thoughts and the behaviors that will take you forward. So parting shots from us is keep on keeping on, keep being great, keep pushing for your dreams and your goals. Remember, no one's going to come knock on your door and deliver them for you. On behalf of the Yin Yang Sales, my name is Vinesh Maharaj. On the other side, we have the amazing Stephen van Basten. Until we meet next, groete, liefde, sterkte, sayonara, ciao, ciao.
And get yourself a good coach, because all of the successful people in life have had someone help them, someone give them advice, someone steer them in the right direction. We'd love to be your someone. Yeehaw.
I love that. Let us be your someone. All right. Thanks, Stevie. See you on the other side.
Sweet.
Chat, cheers.
Cheers.